Alright, hey guys, we're back with another T3 video. This is Kai, and with me is my good old buddy Steven, or
also known as AKA Symbio. What's up, you guys? We're going to do a commentary here on a Star Wars Destiny game between me and Kai.
And I am playing a Bossk and eKrennic, so I don't know how this is going to go. It's just some deck I built together with like deadlies and backup muscle.
This is one of your like on the fly. I'm gonna just throw together an awesome deck.
Yeah. So what are you playing?
I'm playing the Kanan with the double Padawans, which is really good because you got the 4 dice start, and Kanan's better than Rey in a lot of ways.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think this is the new Empire at War, deck where you can play the Padawans. They get their weapons soon without a lot of money.
Yeah, definitely. I really like your deck.
And I also play Training Remote, which is my go-to card.
So it looks like we're just talking about the decks and stuff right now.
It's all about dice saturation. So
definitely.
Your deck you're playing this mean battlefield.
The Besman carbon freezing chamber, which takes your dice.
Yeah, what was the thought behind that?
It's just supposed to be lockdown you, and then I just ping you with the backup muscle backup muscles and deadly.
Do you play New Orders in that deck?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. So I didn't actually show what was in my hand, but what do you got?
No.
I don't know if you can see.
I got
Plastoid
On the
armor?
Hunt, deadly, unpredictable, doubt, and a F11. So, not bad starting hand for me. I probably would.
Deadly's great,
yeah,
right?
Deadly first turn is great to get that free 2 damage if you do have it. So, yeah.
Actually, you changed this deck a little bit afterwards.
I did. Afterwards, I did take out 1 die of Krennic.
But we're not going to say any spoilers, so you guys can enjoy this awesome battle.
But I did take away Krennic's die and put 2.
What are we waiting
Bossk.
for? What's taking us so long?
I don't know. I think we're just talking about the deadly idea or something.
It could
like
be,
that.
yeah.
So.
Or I'm picking my nose off camera.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. That's why I never show my face, because I don't want you guys to see me picking my nose,
But my hands are here, so I can't be picking my nose.
Yeah. I'm playing Moisture Farm because blue heroes need money even with It Binds All Things, and Reaping the Crystal is still helpful to have. It looks like the game's going to start here shortly. So mulliganing on my side, I really want to get a Reaping. Oh, there we go. You're showing off your cards.
That's what I do have. So, and I point to the deadly because that's first turn, of course. Good card to get a first turn. So it looks like what you got.
I got a Training Remote, a Force Speed, and Force Misdirection, which is a great card now. Flank, Reaping the Crystal.
Not a bad hand for you either.
Force Misdirection is so good now with Kanan because he has a lot of variation on dice sides. So it's like I got the battlefield with like 6 or something.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's like 6.
So I don't really want to pick yours. I don't know if I pick yours.
Yeah, but you do. You're the shield guy in our group.
I know.
Our local group.
I don't have a Vibro, so I know that I'm not going to be getting through shields anytime soon.
But you do pick yours because I have a lot of negative thoughts with mine because I can take away your dice. I also do get the.
You're going to be faster than me for sure. So, yeah.
You go first. Well,
I don't like that Death Trooper die either. So I go ahead and play a Force Speed out on Kanan, which is a good play to get. He usually gets rolled out first because you can activate other actions by resolving his dice.
Yeah, and I put down a Deadly for 2, which is great.
That's like recurring damage, huh?
It is.
Does 2 unblockable.
It's free damage, which I really like. It's like the Tiny's idea of like it doesn't matter what you roll.
Tiny who?
Tiny Grimes.
Who's that?
Oh,
Never heard of him.
You know who he is.
Never heard of him. All right, Kanan is going to activate, and he rolls a 2 melee, a 1 ranged, and a focus. So that's the variation going on there is very nice.
So I unpredictable the 2 melee, and you get a resource. And I get the ambush. So I think I am going to roll out Krennic and get a 1 focus. And so it's now your turn.
Krennic reminds me a little bit of Thrawn in the sense that he has got this focus, but he's way overcosted compared to Thrawn.
Yeah.
So at this point, I do play the Force Misdirection to get rid of the focus. It's kind of a, there's not a lot going on right now, but it helps shut down Krennic's dice pretty quickly. So I thought that was worth it.
Yeah, so now it's my turn. I roll out Bossk, get the +2, Range, not helpful right now.
So unfortunately I didn't get any upgrades, and even though I play quite a few, like 8 or 9, maybe 10 upgrades in this deck, sometimes you just don't get them.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm playing Lightsaber Pool in this version.
I mean, you should be playing 12, but I just deadly the +2 range because it's useless, so I'll just get the free 2 unblockable on. And I'm deciding which Padawan I should put on. Should I put it on the ready one, or should I put it on the exhausted one?
You should always go for the ready one, right? Because, you know, in case you can kill it. It's just a good habit. So I've got a flank, which I'm not going to, you know, I don't need to use anything. His dice are all gone. He's going to claim.
I think so.
He's always going to claim against me in this situation. So right now I'm just trying to eke out some damage. I activate the other Padawan. I get a resource.
It's still my turn. I've been passing. That's what I've been doing.
Oh, yeah, you haven't claimed yet, have you? So you have some mitigation in there, I take it?
I do.
Oh,
I have a doubt. But you didn't roll much, and you just did your range damage.
So I can actually resolve any of Kanan's dice before I take an action. So, you know, if I had something I could do with that resource, I could get the resource and then play something out, like a, you know, if I had some damage and I could do something interesting, but I really don't.
So I pass.
Oh, I do have the training remote, so
you throw that down.
And the nice thing about that is it adds stuff that really is harder to remove.
Yeah, and I also like
it's
really consistent.
It is very consistent. I rarely hit the +2 for 1 cost, but.
So I pass again, I think. Yeah, I pass.
And I get a +1 on the training remote. If anybody plays HeroClix, I always think of it as a perplex.
Yeah.
Except you can't perplex down anybody. No. That would be a kind of a cool mechanic.
You can perplex somebody down.
Really?
Yeah, you can perplex somebody down in HeroClix.
No, I mean in Destiny, there's nothing that you can do. Oh. You can't it would be cool if you could reduce people's values.
That would, I mean, their shields.
That might be too complicated. So I go ahead and resolve. Looks like, let's see. Yeah, because I think you claimed, or you just passed. I did 2 melee. 2 Krennic, and then another ranged. Oh yeah, because I could resolve Kanan's damage first. So that's what I did. Now you're gonna play Doubt? No, what did you do?
I was just showing him that he needs to say.
Oh yeah, you like me to tell you what the action is before I resolve Kanan's die.
It's just good.
So now you claim. You grab a resource. I guess you figure at this point.
You're not going to reroll. I mean, unless you're like.
I go ahead and focus the 2 on the Padawan, gain a resource as part of that action for Kanan's die, and then I do 2 damage to Krennic.
Which is pretty good. I think you should have gone off after Bossk. Because, I mean, I guess this is not
because
yellow.
It was elite Krennic, I was thinking.
Deadly is also not yellow character only, which I really like.
Yeah.
So I get reset. I get a backup muscle, logistics, for my new cards. So I go first and pay 2 for F11D.
And I still didn't get any upgrades. I got double cautions, which I love to play. And I got a do or do not, I think, in there, which allows you to re-roll a die.
It might have been a concentrate.
All right, so I activate Kanan because I got the 4 speed, and his action cheating. So I go ahead and activate him first. Get a 4 speed, a resource, and a focus.
So now it's my turn. I'm deciding what I should do. I roll out Krennic with the Death Trooper die. And I get the 2 discard, the 2 disrupt, and the 2 range.
All right, so I go ahead and flank the 2 ranged. Stay over here.
So now it's my turn.
Yep, your turn.
I don't know why we paused for so long.
All right, so I discard I use the caution to give that Padawan 2 shields by removing the resource off Kanan Jarrus. At this point, resources aren't helping me that much because I don't have any weapons. I'm holding that reaping, hoping I'll pull a weapon, but
yeah, I roll out.
Sometimes you need to dig a lot deeper.
I roll out Bossk.
Oh, you're moving damage, right?
With his ability. After you activate him, I should be doing it after I activate him, so I don't know.
So did you choose not to move it, I guess?
Yes, because I'm going to go after the 3
I think it's smart because you've got the 3 shields over there. You might as well, yeah, so you do move the damage to the other one.
Which I think was actually a good choice.
Yeah.
So I roll out Bossk, get a 2 for cost, and 1 disrupt. That 1 disrupt is 2 unblockable. So I think it's great.
So I have 3 cards. I've got the do or do not, which I could re-roll Kanan's dice, but I like that focus. So being able to like focus and do 2 damage with Padawan would be useful.
I think it's concentrate.
I mean, is it concentrate?
We'll see.
So I get in the 4 speed. I get 2 actions. First is to roll out Padawan. I get a focus on the Padawan. Second action, I go ahead and roll out the other Padawan, and I get another focus.
So you got tons of focus, don't you?
Yeah, I could have focused into the 2 and done the 2, but I want the training remote out to get modified damage.
So I deadly, of course, and I do 2 unblockable to the one with shields, the caution shields. So.
Oh, why'd you go back to that one?
Because I think make your shield useless. So, and also remove my Kanan die, so I think was a good choice.
So at this point, I'm probably going to roll out the training remote. Nope, I'm going to go ahead and focus to a 2 and do the 2. And I should have rolled out the training remote just because that way, you know, I could have taken the action to do the modified damage in case I couldn't get damage off the other Padawan die.
Yeah. So I discard 2 cards. And we'll see, I think, if it's concentrate or not. It is concentrate.
Ah, yes, it is. Not do or do not.
Reaping.
And got rid of my reaping, which I'd been saving for a rainy day, which never came. Now it's useless. I think the 3 character decks in the current format are actually very good. They discourage the crime lords. So I go ahead and caution removing the last Padawan die to get 3 more shields.
I play backup muscle instead of doing the 2.
I've seen a lot of people playing backup muscle again, which is kind of cool. I think maybe because the meta slows a little bit, it's a little better now.
So I backup muscle 1 onto Padawan because it goes through the shield and then just reset. Because doing that 2 range for a cost wouldn't get me anywhere. But with the backup muscle, at least I'll be doing 1.
So if you have 2 deadlies on Bossk with Elite, could you remove both of them in one action?
I do not think so, because it says remove 1 of your die.
Yeah, but
each at a time.
Oh, I see. But
I think so.
It's an action, or is it?
It's an action.
Oh, it's an action. You can only take 1 action each turn. Okay. So I pull a light bow, and I go ahead and play that on the Padawan, playing 2 because of her ability.
Yep. So now it's my turn. I overwrite F11D with Relby, V10 mortar gun. Probably missing some part of that name there, but
I could have played the It Binds All Things, which I had in my hand, but I was trying to go a little faster because I wasn't doing enough damage to Krennic as fast as I think I should have.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and activate the Kanan and get a focus again. So that focus rolls.
Bossk can get a 2 range for a cost.
And a +2?
+2, yeah.
So you got 4 damage showing. I will go ahead and use the guard, and
before I play that,
I'll turn to the 2 to remove both those dice. So that's something that's really cool that Kanan can do.
And you do forget to.
Yeah, I did. But I do. You tell me later to remove it.
Because I do not allow cheaters in the game.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You've been cheating a lot in the videos, haven't you?
I try
like that
not
resource
to,
and that. No, not the resource. The damage.
Is it cheating if it's just old age?
No.
All right. So I roll in the training remote for a +1. So that 2 should be gone.
Yeah, I think I tell you now.
Oh yeah, I cheated last time with Nate's 1 damage.
I do tell you.
So I did remove the 2 damage.
I do.
Don't do that, guys.
Krennic
it's not forced misdirection.
And get 2 range and a focus.
Can you play Thrawn Krennic in any form?
No.
Okay.
I mean 1 die.
So
it's my turn.
You got a lot of damage coming.
So I back up muscle 1 onto Padawan.
So you decided to, activate when you activated Bossk.
I would have moved.
Yeah, you were trying to move damage. You forgot. Yeah. So now you go back to 6 on that Padawan. And Padawan's gonna die because of the other backup muscle, and I realized that. I'm like, there's no point rolling her out. She's gonna get KO'd.
I'm just making sure that would work. So I think I'm right. Yeah, it does. Okay. I was just making sure that it would be at 6.
So I need some base damage. I go ahead and throw the force speed on the other Padawan.
And I kill Padlin.
Yep, Padawan B.
Actually, I cheat too. I do forget to remove the...
Oh, man.
Backup muscle die.
Cheater. So much cheating going on here.
I know. I think I'd never remove
it's really hard to keep track of your opponents in Destiny, so... I can see how people who do actually want to cheat, it takes a lot to be like constantly on your game and your opponent's game.
Yeah, so I focus Krennic side to a resource because I know I have logistics.
I discard to reroll and I get some awesome damage. Uh-oh.
I doubt the
God, that card's so good, doubt.
Doubt the 2 and
what do I get?
You get a blank and then you're
I get a blank.
So now it's your turn.
So doubt's great, 0 cost. Like a lot of times it removes dice. I have a vibro which is useless. I go ahead and do looks like 3 using the training remote.
I never remove the backup muscle. I never remove it. So I actually backup muscle 4 times with that. So I'm sorry guys if you think I cheated. I didn't mean to. I just forgot to remove it.
Why are you apologizing to them? You should be apologizing to me.
I was too excited to kill that Padawan.
All right, so we reset.
And you can actually have proof that I accidentally did it because these are not the same because I backup muscled 1 turn and then put that one down. Yeah. So this should have a 1.
So Krennic's got 8 damage. I have a dead Padawan, but full health and lots of shields on my 2 characters left.
But my thing is all about unblockable, so...
And Bossk is full up with he's got 2 weapons. I pull a raised lightsaber, 2 raised lightsabers. Now I'm getting all my 3-cost weapons all at once. Look at all my upgrades. I've got a useless Rend, which kind of never plays 0-cost anything now for some reason.
I'm sorry.
Is it because of Rend?
I know.
So I never get to use my Rends.
I never play Rend.
So I go ahead and play a Vibro Knife on Kanan. I know I'm thinking he's going to go for the Padawan, so I go ahead and do that and then use the ambush to activate Kanan. Trying to get some force speed. And I roll 3 blanks and a 2 melee on Kanan.
So all bad except that one. So I put Electro Staff on Bossk, which was useless in this deck. I just cobbled this deck together. So... I didn't know what I put in there. I just looked at the die. I was like, oh, it's good.
Bossk has mixed damage, too. He does have a 3 melee for a cost.
Yeah, but it was just a 3 melee because of the...
Yeah. I mean, that might be good if your strategy is to get focus off Krennic, to focus him to the 3.
Yeah, but
and then
Krennic
get the Electro Staff,
Yeah, but Krennic never really rolled his focus except that one first turn.
I'll go ahead and play the double Vibros, 1 on the other Padawan. Try to get a lot of dice saturation in the field here. Rolling a lot of dice, getting more blanks, 2 blanks, a focus, and then the special on the light bow, which he on predictables, and I get what, a 2 melee,
which is not bad. I do have ambush.
So I got 4 melee showing.
I put a holdout blaster on Krennic, but I think I take that back. I do because you're about to kill me.
Because the 4 damage would kill you. Yeah.
I do not decide to do that. I should override Electro Staff. Come on, Kai. Override Electro Staff.
Oh, you're like thinking override Electro Staff for the range damage.
Yeah. But nope, I don't because
You're hoping for that +3 and you got 2 money.
I get a 2 disrupt, a 1 range, and a 1 plus melee. So all mixed damage there, or mixed symbols.
Yeah. And I'm not too scared of the +3 because it's not like the mortar gun, which keeps surprising me with that damage value. It can do damage. So I go ahead and discard to reroll my 5 blanks.
I should have feel your anger to you.
And man, if you had that, you could have removed so many
5 dice.
So I roll, I get 2 melee, I get a lot of money from the Vibros, and a focus on the Padawan.
So now it's my turn.
So this is an example of dice saturation. Being able to get a lot of dice on the board can be very powerful.
I do 2 unblockable to Padawan. I do forget Do I forget to...
You didn't have any damage to move.
Do I forget to turn deadly?
No, that was the damage. You took off that
No, but I didn't turn deadly.
Oh, you didn't exhaust it. Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter because I can't do it. So, I mean, I think I do it.
Because you only have one dice to do it, too. One die.
Dice.
You get a blank and a shield.
Yes.
Not looking good for Bossk. Force speed, first action, discard to reroll. I figured he hasn't mitigated at this point, so I'm going for the big ol' honkin' damage.
You also...
I keep hitting my dice.
You do.
The Vibro does get a melee, and I get a force speed, a blank again on the other Vibro, and a focus on the Padawan. So I've got 6-7 damage showing.
Yeah.
Enough to kill Krennic and do some to Bossk.
Do I turn deadly? I
go ahead and do with my other action. I go ahead and do 4 to Krennic, and then what is that? 4 unblockable to Bossk.
So now it's my turn.
So every single round, that training remote has been helpful. Has given me damage. Gun.
I get the 2 for a cost, which I should. Yeah, that wasn't good. But come on, turn deadly, Kai. Man, I didn't turn deadly. I cheated so much in this game.
Well, you didn't actually use it again, so you wouldn't be cheating if you didn't use it. And anyway, it was just a mistake. It's all good. So I go ahead and focus to 1, doing an extra damage.
Yep, and now it's my turn, and I do the sneaky mortar gun combo thing is to do the 2, but I think it was a terrible idea. So I do pay 2 resources to
it does
2 to each of
2 to each of my characters.
But did nothing to Padawan, so I think it was...
Well, it took off some shields, and then you double backup muscle
on you because you claimed. But that backup muscle should be gone.
And you gain a shield up on Bossk.
Yep.
What do you think of Bossk?
I like him. I wish that mixed damage right there. I'd rather have it as like a 2 range damage or 1 at least. I mean, just to be consistent with the range damage instead of having that melee. But I guess it's just how he is because he is a Wookiee Slayer, so he can fight too.
So I get a lightsaber. I got all my upgrades now. Lightsaber, ancient lightsaber. I got another concentrate and a raised lightsaber in my hand. I always have problems overriding Vibro knives. They have a lot of base damage, which isn't that useful in this. I mean, base damage is always good, but Padawans have base damage too.
My hand's all green because I was doing marker today, so I don't know if you can see that or not. Just some weird...
Green fingers.
Yeah.
All right, so I claimed, I think, that time, right? Yeah, that's why I have 3 resources, and I'm trying to decide what to do here.
I think you put Ancient down.
I need to just kill Bossk. I should just roll out, but that's what I'm struggling with.
Yeah,
I think I need to get... Yeah, so I decided to finally roll Padawan in first because he's going for her, and he could do 2 damage from the gate with backup muscle, even though one of them isn't supposed to be there. I roll a lot of damage, bunch of melee damage. He moves over.
1, 2... So putting in 5, get the 1, the blank.
All he needs to do is remove a die to kill me.
Yeah. Let's see.
If you had a little action cheating in there, I would have been clutch. So I go ahead and do 4 damage, unblockable.
Yeah, because I tell you that I'm going to kill you, so.
Putting you at 9, and then you kill me.
Yeah.
Kill the Padawan.
I do like this deck. I just wish it just had some, I don't know, it's just missing something in it.
I think you could definitely keep working on it. I don't know if Krennic's the one to play with him, but I think double dice Bossk is probably better.
But everyone goes for Bossk.
But then everybody will kill him fast, huh? I'm definitely learning in this game, like part of the deck building is trying to take the attention off of one of your characters so that you can build up that character, or you have like a meat shield that soaks up all your damage. So I go ahead and play the ancient lightsaber out on Kanan. Figure if he takes some damage, I can, discard it to heal. Also, it has a lot of good base damage and a +3 on there.
Yeah, so I discarded. We will get to 3 for a cost. Which there is a trick with the Relby. You can pay 2 resources to do 3 to him.
So I activate Kanan. I get a lot of damage. 2 melee, +2 on the Vibro, a force speed, a disrupt, and a resource on ancient lightsaber. Let's see. What are you doing there? You're removing.
Oh,
He doesn't like you.
Yeah, he doesn't like you to remove the
Vibro. I think that was a good play. Keeps your shield in place.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think you'd be dead. Yeah. Now at least so that was like the...
I think I throw my cards here. I don't don't know. I don't remember.
I think that's game. Yeah, I get the 4 speed. Roll out training remote. Get another +1, and that's 3 damage.
No, +2.
Oh, +2 for 4.
Yeah.
So that's 4 damage. I think that's game.
Yep.
So what?
Oh no, I paid 2.
Oh, I think you were saying.
Yeah,
I think you were just saying this is what I would have done. Done 5 damage.
And that would have been done. So yeah, so that's GG there. He won.
That mortar gun is really cool. I think it always surprises me. It can still do a lot of damage without having base damage. So thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you like the game and tell us what you think of the characters in the Star Wars Destiny that we've been playing here. Give us a subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on T3 Gaming.
See ya.